Hello, hello. Welcome to another edition of the Have You Seen podcast, a movie discussion podcast where I am joined today by Maurice Williams. That's at MFR25 on Twitter. I am your host, Mike Bibbins, at Bibbs Corner on Twitter, and you can follow the show at Have You Seen Pod on Twitter. And today we are here to talk about El Oso de Cocaína, the cocaine bear. Reese, how you feeling?
Okay, I don't know where that came from. Clearly you still been brushing up on that was Spanish, I assume.
Yeah, I need to be doing my Duolingo right now, but it's okay.
Okay, all right. I'm good, man. I got to see the movie last night. I don't know when people are going to listen to this by last night. I mean Monday, February 27th.
Okay.
I remember last time we talked, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna have to go with some friends. I did that.
Okay.
It was me and how many of us was it? It was six of us. Six of us. Yeah, we went as a group. It did not disappoint going as a group. If I went by myself, it would not have been as an enjoyable experience.
I think that kind of leads us exactly where we're going. Before we get into how we felt about this movie, let's go ahead and set this up. This is the Cocaine Bear, folks. The movie kind of speaks for itself. The movie starring Keri Russell from Felicity and the Americans, Alden Ehrenreich of Solo, A Star Wars Story, O'Shea Jackson Jr. from Straight Outta Compton, and the legendary Ray Liotta from the Goodfellas, R.I.P. Additional cast: Isiah Whitlock Jr. from the Five Bloods, Brooklyn Prince from the Florida Project, and Home Before Dark on Apple Plus. Interesting little show. Check it out. Christian Convery of Sweet Tooth, Playing with Fire, and Venom. Margo Martindale, legendary character actress and three-time Emmy winner from The Americans and Justified. Jesse Tyler Ferguson from Modern Family. Kristofer Hivju from Game of Thrones. The homie Tormund. Come on, son.
Wait a minute.
Go ahead. That's the last person.
Jesse Tyler Ferguson from Modern Family. Which one is that?
That's the redhead. Which character from Cocaine Bear?
Yeah.
He was the one the ranger was trying to get with. Like, he was the expert on the wildlife.
I knew I recognized him from somewhere. I'm like, you look familiar, but I can't put my fucking finger on it. He had that damn blonde wig on.
He did have the wig.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, I didn't recognize him in the trailer.
Okay.
I didn't recognize him in the trailer myself, but then I was like, hold up, that's old buddy. Yeah. A lot of people in this cast, a lot of, I wouldn't say unknown, it's the kind of minorly known people. Like, no superstars in here.
No.
But like faces you've seen for the most part.
I mean, would you consider Ray Liotta a superstar?
Ray Liotta's a superstar, but he's on the back end of his career. He's
a name, not a superstar.
Yeah, he's more of a name, like a guy you respect because of what he did in the past, but like he wasn't doing many big things lately.
Gotcha.
Movie was directed by Elizabeth Banks, her third entry feature as a director. I almost gave away the lead, but her previous entries were Charlie's Angels and Pitch Perfect 2. Written by Jimmy Warden, who also wrote The Babysitter Killer Queen. As I like to do, I'm going to give you some fun facts before we get into this. This was Ray Liotta's final completed role. He passed away 1 week after he re-recorded his lines for the movie. According to Elizabeth Banks, he praised the look of the bear when he came back and got a look at it. Now, the Cocaine Bear is not just something somebody pulled out of thin air. This was based on a true story, very loosely. And actually, the details of the plane crash were closer to reality than I realized. I'm gonna give you the story. In 1985, a corrupt Kentucky cop and lawyer who turned into a drug smuggler, doesn't that sounds like a TV show right there?
Yeah.
He dumped packages of cocaine over Georgia before attempting to escape with 80 pounds strapped to his body. However, his parachute malfunctioned and he fell to his death in someone's driveway. That actually happened. Now, the movie kind of made it a little bit more cinematic with him hitting his head when he jumped out, but he really did jump. His parachute didn't open. They believe it might have been because of how much weight he added to himself with the cocaine, and he died in someone's driveway, just like he did in the movie.
R.I.P.
A bear did eat some of the cocaine, but it died of an overdose within 5 minutes. It actually ate $20 million at the time. It would be $55 million worth of cocaine.
That I did know.
Now, the name Cocaine Bear was supposed to be temporary, but by the time they finished the movie, they couldn't think of another name and just said, fuck it, Cocaine Bear it is. Final fun fact, the actual bear is on display in Lexington, Kentucky at the Kentucky for Kentucky Fun Mall.
Why?
So they could tell the story of the Cocaine Bear.
All right.
Now, all that set up. Reese, did you have any expectations for this movie?
I think the only expectations I truly had was to have a fun time. I didn't have any expectations. I kind of expected, I was like, this is going to be one of those movies that's like so bad it's good, but I'm going to have fun watching it. That was really my only expectation. And that's a really low bar. Like,
I agree.
Expecting a movie to be bad, but still enjoying myself, that's a low bar. So like, yeah, those were my only expectations, to be honest.
Yeah, and I'm 100%. I was right there with you. I expected it to be extremely crazy, like over the top, but I expected to still have fun. Like that's all I wanted. I didn't need anything else but some crazy bear kills, people running around trying to get away from the bear. I expected to be laughing nonstop. Now, with that said, did you get what you wanted from this movie?
I got more than what I wanted from this movie.
Okay.
Because I expected it to be bad, and it's not a bad movie. Like,
interesting.
I'm watching it and I'm like, or maybe it's just because I expected it to be so bad.
Okay.
Like, I was even shocked that this was a goddamn Universal Studios film. Like, I thought this was going to be some independent shit that just like word of mouth on it got so high that it's like, oh man, this have y'all seen this? Check this out. Like, oh, we got to go see this. I didn't know this was going to be a big studio film. Like, and especially because of the way the goddamn effects look, they look kind of cheap, but I think that's what they were going for.
Yeah, low budget, max money.
I don't think this movie was as bad as I expected it to be. I expected it to be shit, and I was just gonna have a good time laughing at it, but it was a decently good film for what it was going for. And I had a genuine laugh. I wasn't laughing at how bad it is. I was laughing because the movie was funny.
Okay. I felt different. I felt like it was way too much story and not enough bear on cocaine.
I think that's fair. I don't know if I'd say too much story.
Like they had,
but I will say there was too much exposition and shit going on and not enough bear antics.
It was like 4-5 different storylines happening. I'm like, dog, can we just get to the bear killing these motherfuckers? Like, what we doing? I didn't need to know all them stories.
We ain't need to know all of that. None of that was important to me.
I ain't care about Ray Liotta's son and his I guess his woman had passed. He's trying to figure out how to raise his son. He didn't abandon him on Ray Liotta, who's a drug kingpin, who's trying to get his cocaine back. You got the woman whose daughter and the daughter's son that skip school and they in the woods. You got the horny ranger trying to get smanged up by a man who I don't know if he was supposed to be gay in the movie, honestly. So I'm gonna let that part go. But trying to get smanged up. You got the three kids, the little rapscallions, if you will, robbing people in the woods. What else? Am I missing anything?
Um, you got the cop, the black guy
The cop with the dog. Like what?
from The Wire, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. She. They should have had him say that this movie.
They did.
He didn't say it like
oh no,
that.
he didn't. You're right. They might be copyrighted or something. He might not have the rights to it like that. But the cop, you had the assistant cop, like we got way too much story. Way too much time we spent with each of these people. Oh, you got the couple that was in the woods. That was fine in the beginning.
Yeah, that's only in the beginning, and then he shows up like towards the end. But I don't really think that counts.
But I'm just adding another storyline that was in the movie. Like, actually, let me dial that back. The way they did him, fine. They should have done most of the rest of these people like that. Spent too much time with the rest of them.
Touche.
If I had to guess, it was probably like half. Was it maybe half and half story and half Cocaine Bear?
Yeah, it was kind of 50-50 when it should have been more like 70-30.
Right. That's all I wanted. The other thing I didn't like, the weird flashbacks.
What weird flashbacks?
So there was one where Isiah Whitlock, the cop, his character has a flashback to like holding the dog, and he's like thinking about that. Why?
I think that was just for comedic effect. I don't think that was like,
it wasn't funny.
What I got from it was, oh, he literally has spent no time with this dog. He doesn't know this motherfucker. Like,
what was
he just got the dog. Like, that's the only memory he has with the fucking dog.
It didn't work for me because that didn't land for me at all.
Understandable.
I hear it.
I'm probably reaching, to be quite honest.
No, but I can get that makes sense. I just did see the point. Now the other one, the weirdest one, I actually have a question for you because I don't know if I didn't see it correctly or what. So we see that the hiker's outside the cave. He runs into the woman with the two kids. Then we see our Ray Liotta, the drug dealer characters, the O'Shea Jackson and the drug dealers and Ray Liotta's son talk about, they get to the cave and they're like, we saw what he did to that hiker, and they go back and they show somebody's mauled up. Was that the guy or was that his wife?
I'm pretty sure that was him. Because if you hear, when they're in the cave, you can hear him screaming.
The family?
Okay.
When
they find each other in the cave, you can hear him screaming.
Okay. So after he left the woman and the kids, he got mauled up, and then Ray Liotta and them found him.
Now, I will say, that was a weird choice. Instead of having us in real time see them like stumble upon this guy, why do it in a flashback? That don't make sense to me.
Right. Like, show them arriving to the cave and his body out there or something.
Yeah.
Not they in the cave now and it's like, oh shit, we forgot to resolve that. Let's cut it back in as a flashback. No, go back and put it before. So that just goofy stuff. I don't know if she was trying to. I'm gonna go ahead and get it out the way. Elizabeth Banks as a director, I think it's time to let it hang it out.
Yeah, man, her resume ain't looking too sweet. Keep it 100 with you.
Did you see the Charlie's Angels joint?
No, actually, I forgot it existed until somebody mentioned it like 2 days ago. I'm not gonna lie to you. I can't remember. I was listening to something about Cocaine Bear. Somebody said Elizabeth Banks directed Charlie's Angels, and I'm like, when the fuck did she direct a Charlie's Angels movie? I'm like, when did that even like? I'm like, oh, the one with the chick from Twilight and shit. Yeah. I forgot that shit existed, bro.
Yeah, that's the reviews. The first reviews came out and they were so atrocious that I completely forgot about the movie after that moment.
Yeah, it probably wasn't even worth. Nah.
It wasn't even like one of those things where I could tell people were just using like finding reasons to hate it. It was the reasons seemed legitimate, so I just let it go. Oh man,
I think it's more of a slap in the face that I forgot it existed as opposed to just not liking it.
yeah, and I'm sure she might wish that we had forgot it existed because
I mean, I didn't see it either, so I
the
guess
ratings were insanely horrible. With all of that established, it sounds like you had a good time. How was the experience? Like, how did your people feel about it? Were they laughing and stuff too?
yeah, everybody liked it, man. The people in the theater were laughing. I'll tell you, the moment in the film that like had everybody.
Hold up, is this your one scene?
Okay, then I'm gonna save it then.
Save the one scene.
I forgot you do the one scene. I'm gonna save it.
Yeah, save the one scene. But do you have anything else you want to add before I get to this my heavy point?
No, that's fine.
All right. Because of my experience with the film and maybe I guess I had expectations, right? I say I never want to have expectations. I had expectations here. And maybe that's my fault. But
what were your expectations?
I thought it was going to be more Cocaine Bear. I expected, like we said, that 70-30 crazy antics, people running from this bear versus the amount of time they spent trying to tell an actual story.
I think that's a fair expectation to have, though. So
okay, you're right. With that said, I'm a little bit hurt that this is Ray Liotta's last role.
From what I heard, this was the last one he filmed, but he still has others that hasn't come out. So maybe, there's hope for that.
Okay. So there's others that he filmed prior that just haven't come out yet, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
I didn't check his IMDb for that, so now I need that in my life. Let's see.
But that's what I heard. It could be incorrect.
Upcoming projects. It says there's 3 upcoming projects. All right, one of them is completed. It has Adrian Brody and Jason Bateman in it. Kate Beckinsale, Jason Sudeikis. That one looks interesting. It's called Fool's Paradise. You got another one called Dangerous Waters. That's in post-production, so that means that one's done as well. And looks like this one, he might be the main person in that. And then one called April 29th, 1992. Also in post-production, so it should be good to go as well. Scott Eastwood, Tyrese is in it as well.
That's an interesting title.
A shopkeeper must save his son from an angry mob during the 1992 LA uprising. Yeah, after the Rodney King verdict. The LA riots.
I feel like I heard of that.
I had to. Oh, I knew that there was a project out there. It might not be just that one, but if that's the one I heard about, then yeah, I'm actually looking forward to that one. Quick break, and we'll get into that one scene that stuck with you. Before we get out of here, I do have to do this real quick. If you don't mind, you can mute if you want, but I got bills to pay. So if you're listening to this podcast, I got a couple partners I want to talk about. I'm just going to do one since I got a guest here. I'm not going to make Reese wait. But if Cinemark is your local theater, you got to get on that Cinemark Rewards plan. Now, they have 2 tiers for the Cinemark Rewards. The first is the Cinemark Movie Fan. It is a free tier. You sign up for it, you pay nothing, but you earn 1 point for every dollar you spend. You can redeem your points for tickets and other rewards. You'll get member access to screenings and advanced tickets. You'll get extra discounts on the Discount Tuesdays with Cinemark, and you'll also get additional exclusive member offers as they arrive. Again, that's the free tier. You don't have to pay anything. Just sign up. If you're going to a Cinemark movie theater and you're not on this reward plan, you're just giving away money. Now, if you're a bigger moviegoer, you might want to consider that Cinemark Movie Club. It's $9.99 a month. You get all of the above. Plus, you get 1 free movie ticket a month. Again, that's paying for itself if you go see one movie. 20% off all concessions. And if you upgrade to premium, you upgrade to premium by going to a certain number of movies in a year. It'll be up to 25%, or platinum, not premium. 25% off of your concessions. Online fees are waived if you're a Cinemark Movie Club member. So if you're like myself, you like to buy your tickets ahead of time, I got a plan where I have to pay fees to even when I'm purchasing online, even though I'm paying a subscription. With the Cinemark Movie Club, you don't pay any fees for buying online. Any unused ticket credit. So if you're a person, you're like, I don't know if I want to do that $9.99 a month for one free ticket. What if I don't use my free ticket? It rolls over to the next month if you don't use it. So you don't lose it. You're guaranteed to be able to use that ticket eventually in the long run. And you'll get member pricing for any additional tickets you buy. For more info on the Cinemark Rewards, that's the movie fan or the movie club level, hit the show notes for details and sign up today. Now let's get back to this review. All right, we're back. Before we get up out of here, I cut you off. You were about to get into a story a while ago. What's the one scene? What's the one scene for you?
The one scene, man. This scene had the entire theater dying of fucking laughter.
I'm hoping it's the same one.
It's got to be the same one, because I haven't seen anyone else talk about this movie, but this has to be the funniest scene in the movie.
Okay.
When the ranger, after being attacked, goes back to the whatever it is, office, whatever.
Right.
And the two of the teenagers are there, and the bear is at the door. And the teenager opens the door. Now, when you watch this scene, you know that she's talking about the bear, but the teenagers are talking about O'Shea Jackson's character. Like,
right.
Like, you're gonna shoot him? She's like, yeah, open it. So he opens the door, and you can just tell throughout this movie, this woman's aim is fucking awful. Like, she's holding the gun and she's shaking, and when she's trying to shoot the bear, she almost shoots the guy that came to meet her, right. Jesse Tyler. I think that's his goddamn name.
Yeah. Ferguson.
So when the teenager opens the door and she shoots his fucking brains out, she shoots his brains out. It's funny, but the part that like topped it off is her saying, "I'm sorry." She just said it so casually.
She had no reaction.
She just blew a teenager's brains out by accident in front of his friend. And she said, she didn't even look him in the eyes when she said it. She just kept walking and said, "I'm sorry." What?
She did that like that was not the first time.
Oh my God. I'm in tears just talking about it.
The angle, like,
oh my God.
As soon as the door opened, they had the camera like from the bear's point of view.
Whew.
And you could see that the boy is between her and the bear. And I was like, he need to get out the way. The next thing I knew, his fucking face exploded.
Oh my God. You cannot. Oh my God.
I shouldn't be laughing as hard at this, but Buddy had a massive crater in his head.
Massive.
Like I don't know if she had the 357 Magnum or what.
I don't think she know what she had.
She blew that thing off. I was like, damn. That definitely got the loudest reaction in my theater.
Yeah, that was the one.
Because it was so unexpected.
I didn't expect the movie to be so gruesome.
It was very bloody. That is actually not the scene I had in mind.
Okay.
Actually, I had two written down, and that was one of them. I was hoping you would pick one of them. That one was like a shocking moment. We did laugh. But the moment that had people like laughing the longest, when the cop was on top of the gazebo.
Wait, which, like the entire scene or like
so like he's on top of the gazebo, and first of all, I was like, how the hell he get up there?
Exactly.
And then he explained he climbed up the tree and jumped. And I'm like, all right, I would have needed to see that. But anyway,
Hell no, ain't no fucking way.
he's on top of the gazebo. I think Ice Cube's son was underneath, and he had debated them to a standoff. He was like, all right, I'm gonna come down. And then he walked to the edge. It was like
that part. Yeah.
He walked all the way around. It was like,
yeah, that part.
we were dying in that one, and I know it's because it was a very black response.
It was for sure. Because it's like I was thinking it. I'm like, well, how the hell he gonna get down? And he was like, All right. He said, y'all stay right there.
And then you sat there and watched him walk all the way around, trying to find a spot to jump down. Oh man. And then he never did get down for that fucking gazebo.
Well, unfortunately.
All right, I'm in tears now. So yeah, I didn't get as much Cocaine Bear as I wanted, but overall, I had a good enough time to where I wasn't like pissed when I walked out.
I agree. I did as well.
Favorite character in the movie was the little boy.
Henry.
He was hilarious.
Henry was my favorite character in the movie, man. I don't want to say he stole the show, but he stood out to me.
He did. And you know I like to award the kids, so he's going on my list.
Yeah, for sure.
With that said, I'm a little bit shocked by the reviews for this movie.
I haven't looked at the reviews. What do you mean?
Going in, they were super high. They've kind of slowed down a little bit. It's 70% with the critics, 75% with the audiences. I expected the critics to find any way to destroy this movie.
Oh, yeah, I did as well.
So I'm actually shocked that they knew what the expectations were and graded it on the expectations. I'm actually proud of them.
I'm proud of them too. It's refreshing to see.
I hope they start using this logic more, because expecting Oscar-worthy content from everything is not fair to certain.
It's not. You gotta know what a movie is, what a movie's supposed. You gotta have. You can't expect the same thing from every movie. I kind of mentioned it last year when we used to talk, and I used to say I may have graded this film a 7 out of 10 and this film a 7 out of 10, but the 7 out of 10 is for different reasons. That's a different caliber of movies. So.
Right. And when I do my scale, one of the categories is, did they do what they wanted to plan to do? Did they execute the vision that they had for their movie? Whether that was to make an absurd comedy about a bear on cocaine, or tell a dramatic story about family and whatever. Like, whatever your goal was, how close did you come to executing that? So I feel like they did what they planned to do here to a certain degree. So it's definitely getting a positive on that aspect of it.
Definitely a positive for me. I enjoyed this film. I wouldn't recommend it to everybody because it isn't for everybody. But
post credits, right? Did you see the post credits?
Yeah, the little
credits.
They had. I don't know if I call it post credits, but they had some little scenes, right?
It was mid credits. Yeah.
Yeah.
The second mid credits scene with the boy escaping with the cocaine, and then he throws it in the back with the sheep.
Yeah.
Stops and gets it, puts it in the car.
That one was funny.
Elizabeth Banks says she just threw that in at the last second.
Oh wow, she did something good. I'm not gonna do that because I like this movie, so I'm not gonna say, "Oh, yeah, I ain't gonna do that." But yeah.
But yeah, I thought that was funny. And then what was the other one with the kid getting the dog?
Well, not the kid, but wait.
What happened?
Oh, yeah. The kid got the dog, and the dog was chewing on his fingers.
Yes. All right, I knew there was some part of it that was funny, and that's where she was like, they mentioned that they wanted to, like, even though it was like supposed to be like a touching moment, like, because they've been talking about this kid being depressed the whole movie, and how he say what?
I ain't giving a shit about that kid.
Right, like that was part of the trying too hard. in my opinion. But they gave him the dog so he could have like a little companion. That was one of the things that the kid told him. And so you have that supposedly touching moment, and then it's like undercut by the comedy of O'Shea Jackson's fingers being chewed up by the dog.
We ain't see that kid the whole movie. It was no way I was gonna feel sympathy for that kid. So
we saw him like 5 minutes into the movie and never saw him again. Yeah, that was goofy. But overall, the movie was fine. If you plan to see the Cocaine Bear, if you were listening to this and you didn't already watch it, that's on you. I stopped putting the spoiler warning on these movies because we just getting into spoilers. Y'all should know.
I think you still should put a spoiler warning, just in case. Just in case you got new viewers, then you know.
You're right. Anything else need to be said?
Nah, man. I enjoyed the movie. Probably won't go to the theaters to see it again, but I could see myself putting it up on streaming every once in a while. Like I want to watch something fun. I'm not a smoker, but if you're a pothead, go see this. I'm pretty sure you'll have a great time.
What was I gonna say? Is there something this weekend we're supposed to be reviewing?
Creed.
Are you on that?
I think I signed up for it. If I didn't, I will.
I'll put you on there.
All right.
Yeah. So I was kind of trying to do the awards this weekend, but we'll see how that goes. I gotta do them before the Oscars.
And when is the Oscars?
21st, I think.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you got time.
Yeah, it's the end of the month. But I'll let you guys know if I want like a co-host situation or if I just want y'all to record like some quick audio. I already know who the winners are.
Oh, okay.
I already worked that out. It's some interesting ones. There's a award that's being given to someone who did not get any first place votes.
Oh, wow.
In a certain category. We'll talk about it when we get there, I guess.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Actually, hold up. March 12th. Shit, we gotta get this over with. Yeah, this is the last week. We got to do it before this week. But I'll let you know.
All right.
But folks, that's it for the Bear of Cocaine. Let us know what you thought. But until next time, peace.
Peace.